can it be?
Why, yes, Professor Rackham. It's April pickups time. Which is a lot more cluttered than I expected it to be. I only intended on getting one game this month. As is usually the way, though, if it's a game I'm looking forward to, I'm usually disappointed by it. But it wasn't the only game we picked up this month. For reasons, I'm always impressed by impossible ports on the Nintendo Switch. And this one came as part of a bundle. Hogwarts Legacy and Quidditch Champions. I have no idea what Quidditch is. Looks kind of neat. It's not Australian rules indoor Quidditch, so I'll just let that go. Plus, I spent all my time in Hogwarts Legacy. This isn't the first time I've played through Hogwarts Legacy. First time through, I played it on the Steam Deck. When I saw it was out on the Switch and it was on sale as part of this bundle, I had to give it a go because I was curious, how do they make a game as big and as, generally speaking, pretty as Hogwarts Legacy run on a Nintendo Switch? No idea. Some kind of magic, but it works very, very well. I will say, though, I have access to machines that will play this game in like the high settings, making it look all pretty and things. But oddly enough, it's one of those games where I don't feel the graphics are that important. It's absolutely gorgeous regardless. Flying around, the combat is fun. I don't look at it and go, I wish the graphics were better. I just get engaged in the game, and that's all that matters. I'm sure there are people out there who would like it to look better. But still, this is great. That said, there is occasional slowdown in combat which maybe makes you feel like you're missing parries or dodges. But outside of that, it's great. Now, the game that I planned to pick up, Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Picked it up on PC. Pre-ordered it. It's the latest in the Fatal Fury series and a sequel to Garo Mark of the Wolves. Garo Mark of the Wolves is special to me because it's one of the games that got me back into fighting games around the time of the Nintendo Switch. It's an old SNK Neo Geo fighting game that came out in 1999 or thereabouts, something like that. So it's a proper old one. I really enjoyed Garo, so this was one I had to pick it up. It opens up with an absolutely beautiful cutscene that retells the story of Fatal Fury 1, the fight between Terry and Geese on the top of Geese's tower. Absolutely fantastic. It made me think of the old Fatal Fury film, animated film. So good. But hopped into the game and was unfortunately very quickly, the game has reverted to the old Fatal Fury plane system. The game has a foreground and a background, and you can fight on both sides. You can do combos between the foreground and the background, and I never liked that about Fatal Fury, but it was something that they took away in Garo Mark of the Wolves. Unfortunately for me, they've put it back in. It's not bad, it's just not my cup of tea. I jumped into story mode. There's a little story campaign where you can navigate around Southtown and talk to NPCs, and then you get into like little fighty, challengey things, and then that's basically as far as I went with it, if I had to be completely honest with you. Maybe something that I'll play with my boys, but that didn't hit home as well as I thought it would. Needs more time in the oven, I think. But that would have been everything, except I got bought some games. My mate Divines picked me up Fly Night, a first-person dungeon crawling Souls-like. And it looks really cool. The idea of Souls in first person is actually pretty neat. He also picked me up NetHack Legacy, which for some reason I always confuse with HackMud, but it's an old school ASCII based dungeon crawler roguelite. And like, well, how do you know what's going on in that thing? There's a little description in the top corner which reminds me of the old Text Adventures. I love this kind of game. Very old school, very terminally based. Really looking forward to giving that one a crack. And then the last real thing, honestly, is we picked up some hardware. It's coming up to my old man day, nearly 40, and I've got enough hardware laying about to build another PC. All I needed was another processor and a motherboard. And because my gear is kind of old, we figured the stuff's actually quite cheap at the moment. Grab the processors, max out the motherboards as best we can or as cheaply as we can. And then both machines that I have will be near enough tip-top as far as they can go. So we'll say I bought half of it and then half of it was gifted to me. So I bought some coolers and processors, and I bought a motherboard and a processor. And over the next wee while, I'll be putting together my all the old parts from some of my old PCs, put them together and have another build. But that's it. That's the pickups. Not really planning on picking up anything next month, but we'll see what happens there too. So I'll see you on the next one.